borrowing in October rose 11% from the year before. So was the sharp drop in September just a hiccup in an otherwise improving economy?
Well, you know what? September was a few things. I'm sure part of it was the hiccup, but part of it was also just it was less business days when you really look at it, just the way the holidays fell. And so that really affected some of the numbers. But the bigger important point is that October jumped 11%, as you said, and it could have gone either way. So we think an 11% jump is a really good sign of optimism. It's a big positive that small businesses found some profit-producing projects to put in business investment to work. And when they're investing like that, that means there's some optimism at these small companies.
It's possibly a turning point then.
It could be because we, as I said before in earlier interviews, that for the year 2012 has really been kind of a down year for small business investment. Okay, they haven't been expanding property, plant, and equipment like they did in 2010, where it was up 20%. In 2011, it was up 16%. This year, it was really down about 6% through September. And so everybody was on hold. They were stalled. They were dormant. But now, with this jump, I think we're looking for some leadership. We're looking for some direction. And I think we hopefully can start to see it.
So, Bill, you're seeing this return to risk, as you just mentioned. But are you seeing any signs of concern over the fiscal cliff that's generating all these headlines that might put a damper on borrowing or lending or hiring?
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, this can go either way right now, right? And this October number is a good number because it's positive. But if we don't solve the stability question, we could have some issues. Stability is important for business. They love to know where policies are going on taxes and expenses. And let me just outline the fiscal cliff for you really quickly here. It's what we see when we run the scenario is a 4% drop in GDP. We see about a 9 or 10% unemployment rate, and we see the Dow Industrials, or the standard, the S&P 500 average, dropping to about 7,000. And under that scenario, the impact on small business is substantial. It means 6% of all small businesses will go out of business over this extended time frame. And it won't happen overnight. This won't be like, the fiscal cliff hits and we drive off the cliff. It'll be an elongated process of stress, financial stress for these companies over a 3-quarter or 4-quarter period. And we see by that elongated process that these small businesses will actually peak out at about a 6% business failure rate. And here's the interesting thing about it. These are the fittest of the fit small businesses. Kind of the weaker small businesses were kind of weeded out of the economy in 2009, and these really strong small businesses have survived. And so when we see a 6% default rate or failure rate on these kind of fittest of the fit, it's a pretty severe impact on the small business community. And then the last impact is all those businesses that have high fixed expenses. The manufacturing companies that all onshored over the last several years have high fixed expense, or could, if they do have high fixed expense, they could be particularly hit hard by this new environment.